We talked about this morning, but Clark318, shout out Clark318, said, asked best way to help my kids gain confidence in their riding. And this is something we kind of talked about this morning. So we've been teed up for this one.
Okay. All right, Spencer, let's hear it. Do you remember?
I don't really remember, honestly.
It's like the technology that they have now.
Oh yeah. Just so like, for me, I mean, you guys saw it today. Like, just ride time, like just being on the bike, just like, I don't know, having different experiences. Like, even
think
like
of the opportunities kids have now on from 0 to 5.
Yeah, they're doing
the crazy amount of cool different bikes that they can progress on.
And
I mean, what'd you start on? What was your first bike?
I started on like a PW50.
Yeah, which is kind of not a great.
It's
bike
kind of
to
just
learn.
like they're gutless, and nowadays kids you can't really spin the rear tire with like a little bit of gas, whereas like the Stasics they'll like spin the rear tire because they got so much torque and they're so light. Like PW50 so heavy, I couldn't even pick it up when I fell. Kids are learning how to crash already, and
that's a great point.
Like, they're already learning how to crash, which is crazy. Like, I couldn't pick up a bike when I was 3, but kids are learning how to do it already, and they're already 3 years old. So
that's a great point.
Learning, like, I don't know. I feel
I see
like
kids crash at class all the time, and then they go to try to pick up their bike, and it's like, have you ever thought about what you're doing before?
Or something.
They don't know how to pick up their bike. Literally,
they don't even know how to like grab a grip and pick it up.
So what I'll do, and every time the kid crashes, I have to do this. I will make sure that they're safe, first of all, but then I'll walk up and I'll say, okay, put your left hand here, put your right hand here, and this is how you lift it up. And they're always able to do it. But their strategies before I get to them, it's like, has this happened yet?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot too. Like, but little kids.
You saw Jason Anderson do it in Supercross?
Yeah, that was.
What was that? Because I want to watch. Because you had me dying.
There's a clip of Jason, and he like blows off the track or something, and somehow his bike is stuck on the hay bale, like it's on a center stand, but the front tire's on the ground, so the rear tire's in the air, not touching anything. And I don't even know how he got into the situation. Maybe he crashed and then he tried to ride over it, and it just like rolled up and like high centered him. But it was funny. I was with all my enduro friends, and he crashes or whatever, gets on the bike and he's stuck, and he's just like spinning the rear tire, just like going like just kind of like scooching it to like get it to go. And we start laughing, and I'm like, if that was any enduro rider, they would have been out of that section. Like, they would have been out of that situation in seconds, because it's like the same as a log. Or I just said today, I was like, how do you like maybe hit one log? I don't know. Maybe he has even too. Like, but
that's hilarious.
Had he had some enduro skill, enduro guys, like, we encounter that. Like, you guys saw it. It happened to me all day. Like all day long.
And you get out of it before it. It's almost like a good rider on the motocross track, where when they make a mistake, like the layman like person wouldn't be able to know.
Yeah.
Where like you would get hung up, but you would move past it so quickly that somebody barely paying attention wouldn't even know that you really messed up.
Yeah.
Where I get stuck up there and I'm doing this back and forth, and I just start burning out, and I just don't make any progress.
So that leads us to our next question. Just Mike and Andrew, shout out Mike and Andrew. Any drill ideas to practice failing obstacles and controlling the bike to the ground?
That's what we did literally all day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's literally what enduro is, I think.
Yeah.
Like, even myself, like, I try to, like, every time I go, I look at an obstacle, I'm like, I don't ever think I'm gonna crash, but sometimes it happens. Like, it's just a normal thing. Like, it's just so technical to get everything precise exactly every single time is like so insanely hard.
I think a good way of practicing was kind of, in a sense, the way we did it today, just with a little more room. Like that log was perfect.
Yeah, well, even making it safe too. Like, you guys were like, we could have left like the big tire, we put a little tire inside of it so it wasn't as deep. And had I done that, you guys could have been like front flipping off that thing all day, but instead it taught you a different skill. Like, you guys were going to the skid plate and having to like pull the bike back, and then having to get back into that position, and then try to get past the position you were in.
That was actually a good way of doing it. So what he's described, there was a big tractor tire, and then we
filled the center with the small one so that you wouldn't drop your front tire super low. Keep it decently high. So I was teaching you guys like that.
So then you get kind of teeter-totter effect without endoing yourself, and then you could figure out how to get out of the teeter-totter effect. And what that did actually, and it inspired confidence in him to do it, because I got up there and kind of got stuck a few times. But
Yeah,
like
but it
nothing-
wasn't a huge crash. It was just like maybe just a skid plate and tip to the side and not fall all the way, but then save it.
And each time I did that, I built confidence because I'm like, oh, I didn't kill myself. Okay, let's commit a little bit more next time and actually get across this thing.
I wasn't gonna do the tire.
Yeah, Jackson wasn't going to do that. Nobody was going to do the tires.
Nobody was, yeah.
And then once I tried it, and did I even successfully get it yet? Or I just tried it
I
a
think
few
you just
times.
tried it twice.
And then Jackson's like, okay, yeah, I'm going now. So that's great practice for a kid. Great practice for a kid.
Yeah, so like everyone else was watching. Spencer hit it first. Everyone's like, there's no way. I'm not doing that. And then
Before the class even started.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like a running joke all
Yeah.
day. It's like, we're gonna jump a tire, haha, like, because there's no way.
Yeah, and then Spencer put that little tire in the big tire, and AJ went to go over it, and he like smacked his back tire against it, and his front tire like slammed in the middle. It was worst case scenario, and that little tire saved him. And then everyone was like, "All right, I might try it," especially Jackson. So Spencer
you
made it
done
look. Oh yeah, I'd have tried it.
Yeah.
Spencer
Have you
made it
done it
look
before?
so
He's like 7 feet
effortless. That no one else wanted to do it, but then when they saw AJ struggle and not die, they're like, all right, we can do it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, what the heck? If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, go download them. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I think that's it. Go download them there. Give them a listen. If you want to watch full episodes, which I tell you what, it's even better to do that, go to club.themotoacademy.com because Moto Academy subscribers inside of the app have exclusive access to watch the entire episodes. And not only that, the subscribers actually can send in their questions to be answered on the podcast as well. Club.themotoacademy.com. Go subscribe.